And I'm back. I'm bouncing out of here. It's 1:30 a.m. Car says hi. Sunday, July 23rd, although, you know, Saturday night. After midnight. They're already calling last call. And Priscilla's already made it clear that she's here with her cigarettes and ceiling fans and not with me. So I'm out. And actually, I had the best thing happen that could have possibly happened at this time, considering the whole situation. I just got an offer to go work at HelloFresh Last Mile, starting at 3:30. So I've got an hour to get home, get myself dressed for the shift, and get out there. I feel like at night I've made that drive in about 30 minutes, give or take. So yeah, I got plenty of time. Don't have a bar tab to close. I told Priscilla, she asked if I was going out. I said, I don't have any cash. Cash poor right now. I can't afford it. She offered to buy me beer, which was cool. She only bought that one picture after being weird about what I was drinking. It's like, you said you were buying me beer and you haven't bought me anything and you know I can't afford it, so what am I drinking? I'm drinking nothing. I don't have anything to drink. Duh. Damned if I'm going to run a credit card on that right now. I can only take Caleb Hammer in the back of my head yelling, no! So many times a day. Yeah, couldn't really justify that one. Stoked to be going and getting some money from HelloFresh. I've also taken a new gig for a place that I've never worked at before on Wonolo. It's an extended stay hotel, I forget the name of it, located near 19th Avenue in Dunlap. Really threw me when their Wonolo requests went out this afternoon, because two went up at the same time and they looked identical, and then I'm like, okay, these look the same, what's the difference? And then I noticed that one had a slightly shorter commute than the other one, and they always tell the commute based on where I'm physically located at the time I accept the job. I let Wonolo track me 24/7. That's the trick to getting more gigs offered. That and actually showing up to them, and consistently showing up to them on time, which I've been doing. I've only so far canceled 2, and both were well within the 12-hour limit. And one, like, if anybody was looking at it, could clearly see that I canceled it to pick up a different shift from Wonolo that was slightly higher pay. So anybody who's like really paying attention to Wonolo would look at that and going, yeah, this guy's playing the game right. Anyway, I'll explain more about that other gig as soon as I get back in the car, but yeah, I don't have any time to waste talking to myself, so gotta go get myself ready for HelloFresh and get myself ready to sweat. Wow, today just keeps getting better by the moment. Back in the car, headed to HelloFresh. Got a little extra hang time, so I can stop and get food and beverages on the way, which is a good thing. 1:40 a.m. It's late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. There's a large box in the alley. All right. I don't even think Priscilla has noticed I've left. If she has, she hasn't texted me. Although I did just get a really random text 11 minutes ago. It's not the kind of text I would expect at this time of the morning, but, you know, whatever. I'll take it. Just kind of setting down what's acceptable, so hopefully this person doesn't freak out at me if I text them at 1:45. But, yeah, I just got a text from Sam, the general manager for Domino's at 24th and Thomas. Says, I'm sorry for the late text, but I was just going to ask you if you could start on Wednesday from 3 to 10. Wow. You know, it never ceases to amaze me how people just don't pay attention to shit and don't communicate that which has been communicated with them. I was very clear in my text messages with Frank, the person for the franchisee that's doing the hiring for all of the Domino's pizzas that are owned by Phoenix Pizza or whatever the franchisee's name is. I didn't want to start until I was clear on when my schedule was with my new job down at the rental car center. And then I also didn't want to start until everything was squared away on my car. Well, before I got everything squared away on the car, and I got everything squared away on the car this afternoon. By the way, the air conditioning feels good right now. Got everything squared away in the car at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I think. That's more or less when I left Rob's place. Knock on plastic dashboard that it holds up and doesn't like die within a few days, because that's kind of been my record with air conditioning related stuff in this car. But oh, and there's the transmission messing up, and I didn't even mention the transmission to Rob when I saw him today. Of course, what I did mention to him is I didn't have any money for him, so just thankfully handled what he did. And one thing Rob knows is that when I have it, I always come through for him, and always have. At this point, I want to say it's been about 15 years that I've known Rob and has been handling my vehicles. So certainly longer than my younger daughter Lily has been alive, longer than my relationship with Priscilla. It was Tanya, whom I've mentioned before, that I had sort of a thing with years ago, that had introduced me to Rob back when his shop was located next to where her bar, Jugheads, which is now Castaways, is. Back then, the Circle K on the corner of 52nd Street was a completely different, much older, much smaller building. The area where their parking is adjacent to Gypsy's Roadhouse Bar, and then the west fourth of that building are sitting where there used to be a small little auto mall with 3 different separate bays, and Rob had one of the bays in there. That's where his business RNL Automotive was located when I met him. Him being located there, like, being for me more than a couple of times when things went wrong with my vehicle and I needed to get it towed, and I also needed to get my ass and the equipment that was in my vehicle over to Castaways, because I basically moved the vehicle over to Rob's and just walked everything over to Castaways. Well, he's definitely in a better location now, but yeah, the old location was certainly more convenient for me. Yeah, so as I was saying, it frustrates me when people can't seem to communicate things, because before I even had the car thing squared away, once I was solid on what my schedule was going to be, which was, well, we got a left lane camper. I don't know how slow that guy's going. I'm going 70, but he's going radically slower. So the message I sent to Frank, as soon as I got my schedule, I literally didn't find it out until damn near the end of my shift. In fact, I think I found it out as the 2 guys who had been employed longer than me and the fresh guy, because it was my first full day and it was the fresh guy's second full day. They were leaving at around 3:30, and I think it's when we were standing at the time clock, and I had said that I didn't know what my schedule was, and they pointed out, oh, the schedule's right there and you're on it. And I'm like, oh, wow, there's something nobody mentioned or pointed out to me. And then I noticed, like, wow, I got a schedule that I generally don't go for, that most people consider to be very desirable, which is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Now, I did notice on that schedule that there's also an open position where it's different days. There's 2 weekdays off and then daytimes on Saturday and Sunday. And I might inquire about shifting to that, because I do like having a couple of weekdays where I'm not working whatsoever, so I can handle office type stuff, things that can really only be done in the daytime without having to take time off work. Be that going to government offices, or, like, I know one thing I need to handle very soon is updating my credit card information with my storage, which Bev said I would be fine. Wow, we got I-10 closed. I did not check this. I really should have. Yeah, I did not. Yeah, I still need to update that. And she said I could do that. Then it should be okay for me to do it at their office where I did it when she was getting her surgery done, which is located near 40th Street and Camelback. Not as close as Pack and Store, but I just found the procedure over there of updating card information way quicker and easier than the last couple times that I did it with that over at Pack and Store. U-Store. I struggle with things when they change names. I wish everything just had to stick with the name it was given, for better or for worse. So, anyway, after I saw that schedule, like, pretty much the next moment that I had, I sent a text to Frank and told him that I would only be available after, I'm trying to get to Circle K anyway, so this is all good. I would only be available after 5:30 p.m. on weekdays, but that would be available anytime Saturday, and Sunday. So the answer to the question that this manager is sending me in a text message at nearly 2 in the morning of, can I start on Wednesday from 3 to 10? No. Frank clearly didn't pass on the information. They should know I can't start on a Wednesday any earlier than 5:30. I'm going to text them back, but I think if I text that person back at this time of night, it'll set a precedent of it's okay to send me texts at this time of the day, and I don't know that I want that in the future. So anyway, headed here to Circle K. More amazingly good news. So I'm getting ready for getting ready for work and getting my socks and shoes on and getting myself in what I need to wear to work at HelloFresh tonight. And right now, like, my clean socks are kind of piled up with some other laundry on top of my desk, which I've been trying to clean to find my EDBT card, but I've been sifting through there and I'm just not been finding it on my desk. And I totally remember that I last left it on my desk along with some other cards, business cards, and just, you know, card-sized stuff, credit card-sized items that just really didn't need to be in my pocket anymore. But it's been just driving me nuts that I've been looking for it since like the 3rd of July, I think. Maybe 1st of July? I think I started looking for it on the 1st of July now that I think about it, because that was a Monday, and that was the day that I was told that I would get my benefits on the 6th. Granted, I haven't been looking for it all that hard lately. I've just kind of had more important things to deal with. And at this point, like, as of next month, I probably don't qualify for benefits, SNAP benefits anyway, which is a good thing. That's a good problem. Letting your income go to shit because you want to receive food stamps, pretty stupid strategy. Just saying. Unless maybe you're a single parent and you're receiving them for like 8 kids. That makes sense to me. But for me, a single guy, yeah, that would be a dumb move. Anyway, I'm there and I'm grabbing my socks and I look down, and right on the floor, right in front of my desk, I don't know how I hadn't noticed it yet, there's my EBT card right there, just laying there, facing up. So, yay. Food for this shift is covered. And I got a free fountain drink coming on my Sip and Save because I renewed that yesterday. So, turning into being a great day. This is way, way, way more what I would rather be doing than Priscilla playing with my hormones and emotions. This is better. Making money, getting some food, and just moving forward with my life. And enjoying the view, of course. Okay, now I'm kind of pushing the envelope on time. It's 1:55 a.m. and good news is I was able to check the traffic. That older black woman out front right there, she's very, very sweet. Can't really tell if she's homeless or not. Wish I had more time to hang out with her and get to know her. We had a bit of a conversation. It was actually quite nice. Of course, it ended with her asking me if I had a cigarette. I'm like, nope, I don't smoke. I don't really feel I have enough money to just burn it. And she gave me a funny look when I said that, but that's pretty much how I feel about it. So, oh, we had a bit of a rain this evening shortly after I got to the bar. It didn't last very long, but it did dirty up my damn windshield. So yeah, I was able to look at Google traffic. I-10 is only closed through the tunnel. So I'll be able to take Roosevelt across to 7th Avenue and get back on the I-10. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, so yeah, I don't dare try another Circle K until I get much, much closer to the HelloFresh delivery unit. There was definitely more eye candy going in and out of Circle K. There's a lot of clubs downtown, and it's about the time when people are leaving them. And man, 2 thick Latinas that were just wearing practically painted on, not covering much outfits that were just, oh man. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'd rather be doing that than going to work right now. But really happy to be going to work right now. Bummed I wasn't able to get any food or beverages at Circle K. They had a really long line. The last time I attempted to use an EBT card at their automated checkout, it didn't work. So, yeah, I didn't have time to wait in that line for food. And also, their soda fountain is completely dead. So, 2 fails at once. I mean, I can't really hold the long lines against them. That's just being busy. That's a good problem. But I do tire of Circle K soda fountains that are constantly out of order when one of your strongly promoted promotions is a monthly fountain drink subscription. Circle K really needs to get on the ball with that. And I tell you, with Sip and Save, when I started it was $5.99. Now it's up to $9.99, so $10. If QT came up with the exact same thing and charged $14.99 for it, I would switch in a heartbeat. As generally speaking, QT soda fountains are very well maintained. All right, cops doing creative driving up ahead. Amusing that he chose to turn his lights on to make the U-turn, which is a completely illegal traffic maneuver and doesn't need any kind of signaling other than left turn signal. But yet when he ran the red light, he turned his lights off. Even the police officers in this city just really struggle with traffic regulations and following them. And those are the people that are supposed to be enforcing them. No wonder it's so abysmal here. And yeah, motorcycles don't need to stop at red lights, apparently. I mean, you know, they can stop, but once it's clear, they can just go, right? Isn't that the rule? I think that's the rule. That's what that guy just did. And why should he worry about it? He saw the police go in the other direction. And I really need to find the time to stop and clean my windshield. I mean, it's been disgustingly dirty to the point I've been getting comments on YouTube about it already. I mean, that giant piece of birch has been there like a month and obstructed a really awesome view of a scantily clad, presumably young homeless woman. Yeah. Now I really need to get it clean because the rain has just left it absolutely filthy. So, yeah, I can't say it was a complete waste of time at Circle K. Like I said, I got to see some amazing eye candy, and at least I'm aware that their soda fountain is dead. Part of me wants to stop at this one, but yeah, I'm really concerned about getting HelloFresh on time. And check it out, there's the motorcycle that ran the red light. Here I am, another half mile down the road, and it didn't even get him to the red light any quicker than it did me. Which actually has me wondering, now that lane splitting is legal in Arizona, I wonder if it would have been legal for him to use that space between him and the other vehicle that was turning right, that for some reason wasn't going forward and turning right on red like he legally could. I wonder if it would be legal for that motorcycle to have gone through that space and made a right on red. I'm not sure. I'm not as familiar with the rules regarding lane splitting on motorcycles. I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to just stop at a red light, look both ways, and go like he did at Central, though. And as for why the other guy wasn't turning right on red, I don't know. Probably high. I do know that there's no sign prohibiting right on red at that intersection because I regularly turn right on red at that intersection. All right, hopping on the I-10. So nice to see my temperature gauge sitting below the halfway mark. Feel my AC just blowing cold air after going through a stretch of stop and go slow traffic. It's something my car's been incapable of doing for entirely too long. Really looking forward to HelloFresh, and I got a feeling I might find myself severely dragging ass at the other job that I have for tomorrow, which I don't think I got around to explaining. So it's at some kind of extended stay hotel. I forget the name of it. Doesn't matter. I can look it up in my Wonolo app. The important thing is I know I need to be there at 10 a.m. and I know that the pay is not great, but not bad. A little less than what HelloFresh pays, but notably more than what Restaurant Depot pays. And the reason I keep doing Restaurant Depot is I enjoy the work, and I'd still rather be making money than not making money. As long as I'm eating adequately and getting adequate sleep and getting sex when I have the availability of that. Priscilla has made it pretty clear that she doesn't want to make that available. Alright, more guys on crotch rockets driving like complete idiots. Oh shit. I just remembered that I've been needing to get gas, and I never did stop and get gas today. My gas gauge does not light up at night, so in order to see the gas gauge in the car at night involves pulling up a smartphone and turning on the flashlight and shining it in there. Oh damn. Oh damn. I'm definitely pushing that envelope farther than I should. Shit. Too late to be getting any gas at Costco. I am pressed for time and I'm really low on fuel. Shit. Trying really hard to think of a gas station that's like super convenient where I can pay at the pump with a card and just on and off on the right side. And of course I want to get further out west because this close to the center of Phoenix on McDowell. Once you get to like 35th Avenue and go further out on McDowell, it's fentanyl zombie land. I remember one time my car broke down and I was stuck at 51st Avenue in McDowell waiting for AAA to show up, and it took a long, long time. I'm pretty sure I vlogged some of that. And yeah, fentanyl zombies everywhere. And yeah, there's a Chevron there, but Chevron is pricey, and I'm trying not to be surrounded by fentanyl zombies. But on the same token, I'm trying not to run out of gas. I'm trying to remember if there's a gas station at 75th. East side of Phoenix and Central Phoenix. If you name a corner, I can generally tell you what's on that corner. But as I get further out on the west side, I'm not as familiar with the area to be able to do that sort of thing. And there's 51st Avenue. Now, I don't think I get another exit because of the 202 intersection until 67th. And I'm drawing an absolute blank as to what's at 67th and McDowell. I know 59th and McDowell, there's a 7-Eleven in the southwest corner. I've taken advantage of my 7-Eleven discounted drinks and food on the app there. And of course, there's no exit to 59th, so I already missed the boat for that. I can think of what's to the south on 67th. I know there's one just south of I-17, or I-10, I mean, 67th, but I don't have time to fuck with that. 75th. I don't think there is on 75th. I know I've got the Ross and that whole strip mall up ahead on the left. Across the intersection, I'm pretty sure the southwest corner is completely filled up by an RV dealership. I'm drawing an absolute blank as to what's on the southeast corner. I'm making remarkable time, though, getting this far west. So hopefully I can get myself a Circle K. Of course, it's after midnight, so I already lost yesterday's sip and save drink. So not as much pressure on me to redeem it today, because I can always redeem it after work. I'm sure I'll be ready for one then. So the job that I have tomorrow, it's basically cleaning rooms for an extended stay hotel. That is not a job that I would want as a full-time job. Unless the pay was really high, and of course it's not. Yeah, not something I consider pleasant to do. But again, I've got financial goals right now. And it was offered to me yesterday afternoon. Didn't know that I was going to get a last-second offer to do HelloFresh delivery. But I'm pretty sure I can do this. I never know exactly what time I'm going to be done at HelloFresh delivery. It's been as late as usually sometime between 7 and 8. I've done it 2 times. Both times it ended at a different time. Figure I'll definitely have some hang time between then and 10 to take a little power nap. So I don't want to exit at 83rd. Like if I absolutely was certain of a gas station at 83rd McDowell, I would go for it. But... And I'm watching the side of the road right now just to see what's there. Oh man, and there is a Circle K there on the southwest corner. Oh well, I'll know that for next time. Hopefully I'll be able to remember that. I do seem to be a lot better at remembering where things are in places than I am at pretty much remembering absolutely anything else. I don't really understand why that is, but I've heard that's a very common thing with people who are on the autism spectrum. So. Go figure. So yeah, I'm gonna exit at 91st. I'm hoping that there's a gas station right here on 91st, but if not, I'll just keep going north on 91st. That way I can just hop right back onto the northbound 101 quickly. But yeah, 206 on the Saturn clock, so just went to 207. So basically 210. I got about 20 minutes until I have to be working. There's a QT. Oh, QT or Circle K? Decisions. I think I'm going to go for Circle K. Because I can turn right to get into it a little easier. I can do right on red and a quick left. Although I totaled a yellow cab once during that maneuver, so I've been a little gun-shy at maneuver since. But it looks plenty clear now. course, it looked plenty clear when I did that in the yellow cab and totaled it, but I think what the deal was is that the guy that I had the accident with, I'm absolutely convinced, of course this is before the dash cams, but I'm absolutely convinced that that guy had no headlights on. Because I just don't think that's a maneuver I would have done otherwise. That was a pretty frightening moment. I'm amazed I didn't die in that accident. The car was just absolutely annihilated. I haven't really told the story about that accident. That was pretty wild. Maybe I'll talk about it after I get back from Circle K. God damn it. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, is places that are allegedly 24 hours. They report their hours here as being 24 hours. But yeah, doors are locked. They're not open. That's fine. The most important thing I need to get right now is gas, so I'm just gonna handle that. But yeah, fuck you guys for having your doors locked. Like, not only can I not get a fountain drink, I can't get nothing here. And I got screwed on this. All right, so I'm back on the road. I thought I was recording video, but apparently I didn't hit the right part of the screen. Whoops. 2:19 a.m. Oh yeah, I had 11 minutes to be there. I think there is a 5-minute time window per Wonolo policy, but I'd like to be a little early versus a little late. It's got a reputation with employers for being punctual like that. Well, maybe not at Amazon. I got kind of lackadaisical at Amazon, but man, their policy just made it so acceptable. Just wander in whenever it was convenient, as long as you got the UPT and the PTO. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to get anything to eat or anything to drink on the way to HelloFresh, and that kind of sucks. But hey, it's okay. They got cold water there. I might splurge and buy something on the vending, or I might roll up to Circle K on my 30-minute break. I do get a 30-minute break there, and there is a Circle K. It's only 3/4 of a mile to the south. At least I think it's a Circle K. Now I'm thinking it might be a QT. Hey, as long as the door's unlocked and I can go in and get some munchies and something to drink, it's all good in my book. So yeah, I wasn't able to get anything to eat or drink at Circle K because of their doors being locked during what is allegedly business hours, but I got gas. That was the most crucial thing, because I was really, really worried about not having enough gas to get to work. It was genuinely that low. And the other thing is I cleaned my windshield. Granted, it doesn't look like it because you see all this mess up there, but that's from the suction cup of my sunshade. And that's not something I'm going to clean with a squeegee at a gas station. That's going to require a little Windex and some paper towels. And I do want to get that soon, because now it really stands out now that the outside of the windshield is finally clean. Also clean the back windows and the side windows. It's one of the downsides of getting fuel at Costco all the time is they don't have squeegees and detergent there for cleaning your windshield. In fact, there's a lot of pressure to just get to the pump it up and get the hell out of the way because of the way the lines are set up. Glad that worked out. That's something that really, really needed to happen. Really hoping it'll be Ruthie again, although, oh no. Man, I can't believe I absolutely forgot to mention that transmission thing to Rob. It doesn't do it all the time, but it sure is doing it right now. Oh, you know what? There's a Circle K and a QT. There's a QT that I went to last time there. That's on the northwest corner. On the southeast corner, there's a Circle K. So, shit, 30-minute break, I could go to both. Get my sip and save drink for free, and then pop across the street and use my APT card to get some food. So yeah, that's going to be a good night. All right, we got another guy with no headlights on. Got brake lights and daytime running lights, but he definitely does not have his headlights on, and his taillights were not on, making him pretty much invisible until he hit his brakes. And driving unusually slow for that road as well. I'm pretty sure the speed limit here is 45. I'm doing about 47. I passed him like he was stopped. American Furniture Warehouse on the right. Honestly, try to memorize the location of everything. That's just always been a thing with me. I'm pretty sure this is Montebello. I can't read that sign. I miss being able to read signs like that at night, but I absolutely can't read those at night anymore. Yeah, this is definitely Montebello. So, hey, I made it to work. in plenty of time. So it's 2:20 on my clock, so that means 2:23 to 2:24, because the Saturn radio just does not keep consistent time on its clock. But yeah, it's actually perfect. I think the way they have the app set up through Wonolo is there's a 5-minute punch window, so if I'm more than 5 minutes early, I can't punch in. But I'm all about milking the clock for 5 minutes. Although sometimes I've been able to do that with Wonolo, and sometimes I haven't. I did notice that there's some fine print in the Wonolo contract that says that if you punch in a little early or a little late, they're allowed to round it to the actual start time of the job. So that's kind of shitty. But I mean, you know, I'm nickel and diming there. But at this point, hey, I need all the nickels and dimes I can get. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on the drive. Probably should put my sunshade in just for GP, just in case the fireball comes out before it's time for me to go out and drive, because it's just ridiculous how hot the sun makes the inside of a motor vehicle in Phoenix when you don't have something to block it out. And I wish I had something comparable for the rest of my windows, but at least I got the windshield covered.